I don't know. I don't know necessarily. Hamzamir is saying BKFC is made for brawls, not boxers. I don't necessarily agree with that. Initially, a lot of it was brawlers. Yeah, a lot of the first stuff. But you're starting to see now that they've been doing this for a number of years, and these guys have put together fights and strung fights together. It doesn't work. You can't be that much of a brawler. You have to have some calculation. You have to be clean. You have to know how to land your punches in the right spot because you can hurt your hand really, really easily. You can break your hand pretty easily if you throw it in the wrong spot at the wrong time. If you hit an elbow, I mean, I look at my thumb, right? Look, compare the two, right? This one doesn't go all the way back anymore. It used to do that. See how it does that? It used to do. Now it doesn't. I can't do that. This one does, right? This one goes all the way back. I can pull it back. This one doesn't because the ligament, the tendon is gone. It snapped. I had gloves on. I hit Mike Swick's elbow. This was back like 2004, 2005. Snapped that tendon, and my thumb was blue and purple for like 3 weeks, and my thumb never straightened out again. I could probably have surgery and reattach it, but like, why? So that thumb's had some damage. So there's a level of boxing to it. There has to be. It's faster paced because they're 2-minute rounds, of course, but you have to be precise with where you're throwing and landing those punches, or you can mess yourself up bad. Really mess yourself up bad. And then if your defense, if you don't have good defense, you don't have good head movement, bro, you're getting a hammer in the face. You're getting a ball peen hammer right in the face. You were never here style. Hamzamir, that's a good observation. And I think a little bit, yes. He's saying, did Paulie lose in BKFC against Artem because he thought it was a normal boxing match? I think he thought he was going to still be able to fight in the bare knuckle ring the way he fights in a boxing ring, and you can't. It's too fast paced. It's too gritty. You don't have time to use the first round to set up your jab, and there's just way too much damage that happens to you. You get too much pain, too much bad stuff inflicted on you when you make a mistake, when you get hit. Something that was grazing in boxing now is a 3-inch cut. Something that may have dazed you and stumbled you a little bit now breaks your orbital because of the gloves, the taking of the gloves off. It's a different thing, man. It's different. It really is. Tyler There's a stupid name chiming in on that one, saying Paulie never had great head movement combined with collar ties and dirty boxing tactics. He just didn't understand. 100%. That's the other part of this. It's bare knuckle fighting. Bare knuckle fighting. There is a very deliberate reason why they do that. Bare knuckle fighting. It's not bare knuckle boxing. If it was a boxing match, it is automatically ruled and has to follow the laws of boxing because it's boxing, and there's the Ali Act. And in the Ali Act, it refers to pugilists and boxers. Okay, so they have to stay away from that. Language is important. So they call it fighting, and they allow the clinches. They avoid all of that stuff. They don't have to deal with it anymore. It's a different sport. They've created a new sport, just like MMA, just like UFC said. We've created a new sport. It's a new thing. We can't be regulated under the same laws because we're different. We're new. We're not the same. That's the argument. Combat, it's all combat. All combat sports should be regulated to keep an industry standard that maintains safety for the athletes. And that's not just health, physical safety. That's economic safety. We need economic protections as much as we need health protections. James Y is saying, watching your IG stories looks like you're primed for a BKFC. Physically and hands look good. 200,000. That would be a magic number that I would not hesitate to sign the dotted line for. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You got to stay in shape. You got to stay healthy. Even just because I'm not competing doesn't mean I don't want to keep doing it. I like training. It's fun. But yeah, I have focused shifted my training. I haven't worn gloves in a year and a half. I hit the bag bare knuckles. Maybe because in the back of my head, I'm like, hey, just in case, you better be ready. But partly because if I'm throwing punches nowadays, it's because it's self-defense. It's because somebody jumped me in the street, or I have to save somebody, or something's happened, something's crazy happened. I don't want to have soft hands. I don't want soft hands and soft skill set. I don't want to get, my edges worn off because I'm not doing anything or being active. So I'm putting a lot of time, not a lot of time and energy, but like when I work out, when I do my cardio, I hit the bag and I hit it bare knuckles. I put in the time. I've toughened my hands up a lot. They don't tear or get rough anymore. It's pretty good.